Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Nvidia, stock is down 1.54%, and now with earnings from AMD, this thing taking a beating, down almost 2% and trading at 849, but closing at 864 above all these moving averages right here. So which is fine because this thing had a massive rally and now just pulling back into the support. So going into tomorrow's session, guys, don't forget what we got tomorrow, FOMC. So that's going to cause lots of volatility here in this market. And all these stocks can go up or down big time tomorrow. Now, here on Nvidia, if you look at my screen, 856, that's going to be support to watch depending on where this thing opens tomorrow. But as of right now, it's trading below 856, trading at 849, 850. So there is a gap below right here. Nvidia, below 856, there will be support at 840, and then this gap, 833. And below this gap, this is going to be a lower high before we put in a new low, and that could be anywhere from 745 down to even this gap 688. But with Nvidia, nobody knows where this thing is going. Trend is definitely not your friend on Nvidia stock because it was downtrending, and now you can see massive move, almost $200 up in just a matter of 1 week, and now it's pulling back. So it might hold here at 840, 833 and can continue to the upside, or we could see a big dump off, setting up another lower high. We definitely did not take out this high right here, which is just above 900. So that is the lower high right here. Now the question here on Nvidia stock, are we going to see Nvidia putting in a new low? And that is possible with J. Powell coming out tomorrow with FOMC, guys. On AMD, it's down just over 1% for the day, and now with earnings down over 8%, and now trading, if you look at my screen, at 145 near lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart, which is sitting at 143. So I don't know where things will open tomorrow. Looks like it's gonna open right here just above 143. If that happens, watch out for the support at 143 and then 138 on AMD. Now to the upside, AMD can hold right here at 143 tomorrow morning. Then watch out for a dead cat bounce, possibly in first few minutes, back up to 148 to even 152. And I don't see AMD going back up to 164 tomorrow. So forget about that. Just watch 143 and 138 support. We might get the bottom here, at least catch a move back up to the upside, maybe $4 or $5, and that is good enough for tomorrow, especially with J. Powell coming out, guys. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X. It's totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. And here's a fantastic fire day trade right here, guys, on PayPal. And if you look at my screen, right at opening 9:30, this thing opened and pumped up to just above $70. I think 70.55. That is where I got in. $68 puts for next week, and guess what, guys, went over 100%. Took profit right here. It was only 91 cents a piece, and then got up to $2 a piece. I got out right here completely at $1.67. So this was a fantastic setup. It was cheap, it was for next week, and this thing definitely paid today. So if you are thinking about joining the Patreon and supporting the channel, definitely tomorrow is the day, guys, first of the month. So definitely you get all these trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading. Definitely check out the link down below in the description for Patreon. On Apple, stock is down 1.83%. So Apple, that is the lower high, and now looks like Apple pulling back. And I said it last night in my video that Apple needs to hold 173. Otherwise, you're going to see a dump off down to this gap, and now this gap is fully closed, and Apple barely holding at 170 into closing as a support. We do have earnings coming out from Apple, and that is on Thursday night. So that's gonna be a market moving event, guys. And we also have another market moving event tomorrow, that is FOMC, right? So here on Apple, watch out, 170, that's going to be a key level to watch going into tomorrow's session. And looks like it's trading below 170 right now. So keep an eye on 170 tomorrow morning. Below that, you're going to see a dump off down to 166, 163.81, and then 162. Above 170, 170 can hold right here. Then watch out for a move back up to 173, 175, and then 177. On Microsoft is down 3.21%, so massive dump off, and talking about manipulation here in this market at its best. Right here, Microsoft with good earnings, Google with good earnings, what's happening? Big dump off. Tesla with bad earnings, massive pump to the upside. Now here on Microsoft, guys, definitely not holding 390, closing under lower Bollinger Band. So going into tomorrow's session, 390, that's going to be key level. Below that, you're going to see Microsoft coming down to 384, and then this gap right here at 376 to the upside. And the only way up with FOMC here on Microsoft can hold 390, then watch out for a move and possibly a dead cat bounce, another lower high going back up to 400. And once we get up to 400 and Microsoft can hold here, then we can talk about 406 and possibly even higher. On Amazon, stock is down 3.29%, so Amazon also gave up all the gains. And look at this, just before earnings, and earnings came out, it was up, and now it's down. So it looks like, I'm not going to play that tomorrow. I was thinking about shorting Amazon early as tomorrow morning, but looks like all the gains are gone right now. It's barely up 1%. So going into tomorrow's session here on Amazon, guys, watch out. There is a gap down here at 173. So that's going to be also a strong support. And below that, 167, and then this gap just below 160. Now Amazon can open above 173. Watch out for the resistance at 180 and then 182. Above 182, watch out for a move all the way back up to 185. But with earnings, be careful playing Amazon. So far, gave up all the gains, and I don't know where this thing is going tomorrow. So definitely, that is something to watch tomorrow morning right here on Amazon. On Tesla, stock is down just over 5%. So Tesla here, it was getting far too overextended to the upside, way outside the Bollinger Band here on top. And we got that pullback today and closing right here at 183. So this is going to be a key level to watch tomorrow morning. Right here, 183. Below that, we got nothing but support down here at 175, 50-day moving average, and then this gap, 172, and then we also have support down here, strong support, 165, 20-day moving average. Now Tesla can close and hold above 183 tomorrow. Then watch out for a move back up to the upside up to 192 and then 200, and possibly above 200. We can talk about this gap, 206.77 to even 212. On Meta, it's down 0.57%, and look at this move here on Meta. I mean, this thing cannot even get a dead cat bounce. Got up to almost 440, and look at that rejection, and barely holding on to lower Bollinger Band right here at 430 as a support into closing. And this is what I said last night and even the night before, that this Bollinger Band will continue to come down even more, and slowly but surely you're going to see Meta coming down at some point and closing this gap right here at 400, and looks like it's heading down that way right now. So going into tomorrow's session, guys, below 430, there is no man's land here until this thing drops all the way down to 400 to close this gap. Be careful catching this falling knife. I actually almost saved someone today who had actually a $3,700 profit, and I was thinking about Meta going to what, 446, and I said, get out right now. Otherwise, if he was holding up until now, that is toast. It's gone, completely gone. So going into tomorrow's session, guys, above 430, there might be another dead cat bounce, possibly back up to 440, 452, and that is where I would like to short if this thing gets a bounce up to 452. Looks like that's not happening. So watch out for Meta to come down here, close this gap, and that could be a dip buying opportunity for a big oversold bounce back up to the upside right here at 400. Until then, I'm not touching, I'm not buying Meta. So Netflix also going down 1.58% and holding right here at 550. Now below 550, this thing can dump, and look at this Bollinger Band pointing down, and as a matter of fact, almost down to 528. So we could see Netflix coming down even more, all the way down to 528, 506, and then this gap right here at 498. Now to the upside, Netflix will find resistance right here at 558 and then 564. Netflix can clear 564, can hold right here, then watch out for more upside all the way up to 580 to even 588. On Google, stock is down 1.94%, so earnings definitely not helping. Even the buybacks are not helping Google stock, and looks like early as tomorrow, guys, we could see Google coming down and closing this gap right here at 158. So watch out, there is still more downside on Google stock before you go ahead and buy that dip. Definitely watch this gap right here. And now there will be support here at 162 and then down here at 158, this gap, which is close to rising 20-day moving average, and that's going to be a strong support. Now, Google should get a bounce at least from 162 to 158. So watch out, you can catch that bounce as long as the support can hold right here on Google. Watch out for a move back up to the upside, and now there will be resistance at 165, 170, and then this gap on top 171.40. And that's all I have for you guys in this video, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into tomorrow.